Hello everybody, how you doing on this lovely, beautiful July 1st Tuesday? And I ain't gonna it's kind of like the end of the year, but it's not. It's just the starting of this heat. And I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm loving it. Along with, do you care about your self-care?
Yeah!
I hope you're drinking enough water along with that. I hear a lot of yes on here. So got some lemonade? Anybody got some lemonade?
No, they can't make lemonade.
You ain't got no. What y'all out here for then? Yeah? But nonetheless, it's good to always know that everyone cares about their self-care. It's good to always know that you want to learn to care about your self-care. And that's why we're here. We're here for you, to help you be there for you. So, for today's episode, we have Surviving Street Violence. It's a prequel of the other previous Surviving Street Violence. But we don't have a specific guest. We have you. We have you with questions and answers that you may even have answers to, I should say. So we're gonna really just start it off with the words, as you can see, for this podcast. They tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. And that's a Mexican proverb. And it's just phrasing that what you build can't get rid of. They can't take it away. If you know you have a family, you have sons, daughters, whatever you fed them that nourished them to be strong, can't nobody take that from them. Can't nobody tear that down from them. Like regardless to what's happening in the streets.
But I say excuse me one time, Easy. Do you care about your self-care?
He said
I
that.
Started that.
You did?
Yeah.
I was here.
Yeah,
You see it?
No.
Yes, he did.
He just said how y'all good people do
No,
it.
he did. He said, "Do we care about
he
yourself?"
I didn't hear that. Well, say it again. So I can hear.
She said,
She said, "Say
Right now, I'm going through street backlashes right now. Somebody had me stop midway because they ain't catching. Oh, I keep going like, yo, you missed the ride. Gone. But yeah, so I did say it, but I'll say it again. So, do you care about your self-care?
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome. I won't do no drive-by in your house now.
Thank you. It won't work.
It won't. I'm gonna do some pray-bys. I'm gonna drive by and
That'll work
pray.
every time.
I'm gonna be like, Lord, don't let her miss that step.
There you go. Thank you.
All right. But with the Proverbs, like, I'm gonna read it again. They tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. And it's literally speaking on what we put into ourselves that we bring out into the world. What can't nobody destroy. Well, if I was to step out there and show the resilience that's not just in me but in everyone to stand up for what is right, and somebody sees that it planted, I don't planted another seed. Martin Luther King, I'm just using him for a reference, not saying that he didn't plant any seeds. I can dig into that another day later, but I'm just using him as a reference. In fact, I'll use my favorite, my personal favorite. Although I do love Martin Luther King, my personal favorite, Malcolm X. Now, the seed he planted into me was an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. If you strike me, I strike you. Though I don't always have to strike you the way that you struck me. I could strike you in ways where it'll be like only God touched you, or I didn't have to touch you. The law touched you. There are many ways to get back. And I don't have to always do it the same way that somebody has done it to me. Because even that can plant a seed. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to do it this way since you did it that way. But I'm going to get into the questions now. So with our first question for this beautiful little podcast you have for today is, how does street violence differently impact people who are working versus those who are not? And speaks the roles, as far as the roles that the economic status plays and who's protected and who's forgotten.
So it seems there's a lot in that question that makes it very confusing. How does street violence impact people, period? Working or not working?
Yes.
My brother got killed in front of our house, and we just didn't know how to handle it. And when you see it on the news and it's somebody else, you see it from a perspective, and then you just keep moving on, because life, you wake up the next day. But when I woke up that next day, I just could not act like it's business as usual. And then I saw how the justice system responded. They just didn't act like it was important to them, and we thought it was like, stop the world. Something has happened to my family here, and let's get down to what happened and find who did this and arrest them. None of that happened, and we still don't. Nobody still has been arrested. So it severely impacted my family, and so I'll stop there.
And thank you for sharing. I ain't gonna front, that is a difficult topic to talk on, but it needs to be spoken on, because even though I didn't lose my brother, the fact that he was even struck in a street, in a situation dealing in the streets, he was struck in the head with a baseball bat last year. The man is still walking the streets, so I do feel like my brother even is forgotten. Like, what happened, what was done to him is forgotten. It's swept under the rug. Like, oh, well, you know, it's just another black man. And I'm gonna just say from my perspective how I feel affected by it. It's just another black man, even though he's special needs, he got hit in the head with a baseball bat on his birthday. And then hear, even you shared it before with us, Dr. Moody, that about your brother, and even from this time of now and that time of then, that's a situation that wasn't resolved by the people that we send our tax-paying money to do their jobs specifically for what it is that they're supposed to do and solve the cases in which that are solvable, and it's not solved. That's alarming. That's alarming for me, that's alarming for you, and that's alarming for anybody that chooses to step into that seat and think that there's not a problem.
So know that that's not my perspective, and I respect yours. The way I internalized it was black on black crime. Okay. So it ain't got nothing to do with the system. The system sucks later. But the first part of it was this black guy killing my brother. So we can't always point the finger out like what's happening to us. Some of this we doing to ourselves.
Yeah, to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone else? No. I thought I had somebody else.
Yeah, I think keep looking at me, man.
Alright, we'll move on.
No, I'm gonna say, I know everybody know, but I'm gonna say it one time, but just leave me like this, yo. The reason why I got trust problems, y'all died 2 times last year, bro. For so-called fake friends I thought I had with my real friends, and they brought me over to the house, and they tried to jump me with 3 of them. They couldn't beat me, so they started stabbing me up. I woke up in ICU.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I trust people.
But for the grace of God, he's sitting there.
Friends.
Jesus.
Ooh, that's betrayal.
And we just walked past his house yesterday when we went, and I was looking at him because I thought the other one was right there. And he seemed like I was about to do, but it wasn't him though. He's lucky, bro. My mom.
Wow.
So that brings the point, the other point, Easy, where you were saying, so what do you do with it?
Yeah.
How do you retaliate?
Facts. You revenge it or let it.
Do you revenge or let it go?
Get him.
Because sometimes getting them is just going to open up another can of worms, and now the system got 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Truthfully though, this is the first time I'm even speaking, right? And this is a touchy subject for me, right? Because obviously you see I'm white and I'm from Paterson, right? So I grew up on the receiving end of it, right? My whole life was violence and chaos, right? I mean, I've been stabbed in the back multiple times, I've been shot twice, I've been lit on fire, I've had all types of stuff done to me. And if I walked with that resentment, I would be miserable. And I would not only be miserable, much like I have spent half my life incarcerated behind trying to retaliate and stuff. So that leads nowhere, right? And then to answer the question, like, what's the stem from and stuff, right? And even the black on black crime, which I've of course experienced in the city too, right? Because my adopted father's black, right? So like I got to see it, right? Like in the 90s in Paterson, he wasn't a Nubian because he was with a white girl and he had an adopted white kid, right? So like he was called brand Nubian, right? Because he wasn't like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it is black. And what I think it all stems from is, right, like they've taken, and it's gotten progressively worse, believe it or not, well, as you should already know, is they've taken God out of everything.
Yeah.
Like churches aren't occupied like they used to be, right? Like the unity got in God, under God, right? And then you brought up Malcolm X. I like Malcolm X too, right? Because he had hate in his heart too, right? He really did when he first started.
Yeah.
But then when he found God and started serving him and saw that God saw no color and he stopped seeing color, black on black crime took him out, right? Because they started hating, like, wait a minute. And that's all the devil, bro. That's all the devil. And people don't identify, like, they don't identify the demons. And even if they do, right, they just easily feed back into violence, you know, hurt people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it progresses and it evolves and it has in the world. And like they've taken God out of everything, bro. Like if more people, if the system did this purposely, right? Like councilmen, we have some corrupt council people here in the city,
That's gonna
right?
bring us to
That
our
have hurt people, right? In the black community particularly, right? And like none of them are being held accountable. I don't have a form. I don't present properly, well, yet. But I'm learning here at Tier 1 how to do it. I gotta say that. But like, you know, these people aren't held accountable. There's not consequences anymore. People aren't being made to be answerable. And the one that we all need to be answerable to is God.
Yes.
Right? Like for real. Like, and I know you guys agree with me on that. Like that's the Creator. That's God. And like because He's not being taught and He's not on everybody's lips, let alone giving praise to Him, people aren't even praising themselves. That's why like Tier 1 is self-discovery. You know what I mean? How we are, our intimacy, our identification with the Creator. Right? Because like we're trying to do something. We're trying to make these positive changes. And I think that's why we're all here.
But in a world with that respects separation of church and state, and I respect that, where they separate them, because you can't force things on it. So if we take the religion out and just look at the state, you still have crime.
Yes.
And so I like your point about people need to be held accountable. And easy, maybe that's where he was going with, if you're working or if you're not working, because that's the person, you saw the video, he hit somebody and was drunk.
Yes.
Like the whole situation, your name,
No, but you know
everything.
what?
And was drunk.
But now he being held accountable because he
Not
done
yet.
killed somebody already.
But
too.
not
He
yet.
done been
He's
through
still
a
in
lot.
office.
Yeah, he's still in
But how did they try to handle Gilmore, where they got him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, difference.
But we'll let God deal with that, right? And going back to your topic, easy. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, he wasn't finished? Mike, you finished?
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
I know my story, you know, almost got, you know, with molested and everything like that. The guy is home, and the crazy thing about it, he walked past the job yesterday. Yeah, when I was smoking, and it was so bad, you know, I looked, and I could have just picked up the rock and, you know, but I said, God, thank you for working on me.
Wow.
Because this could have been he didn't know.
Yeah.
He walked past. Thank you for delivering me, because it could have been, I was right, I would have just like risked it all and carry. I would look for me, cops would have been all up here and everything, but I just thank God because like this Tier 1, I just thank God for this building. Between God saving my life, but this building really saved my life. It really did. It really did. So I thank you, Dr. Moody, and I thank Michelle, Ms. Lois, all the people that really played a part in my life that got me to this point, because...
And I thank you, Ronald, for the work that you done.
Yes, yes.
You had to do that work. We just present a schematic, but at the end of the day, we got to do the work. We got to discover ourselves, and then we got to make a decision, because that's what Easy's saying. What are you going to do with revenge? Yeah. Are you
swallowed it.
Am I gonna say, God, let you handle it? Or am I gonna be like, okay, y'all got a shovel? I got a body back here.
You gotta think about your freedom.
Yeah.
You gotta think about your freedom.
We're gonna jump into question number 2 on that topic. On question number 2, why do you think systems of government, local, state, or federal, have the power to reduce violence, but often choose not to act meaningfully?
Ask again.
Ask again.
Ask again. Why do you think the system of government, local, state, or federal, have the power to reduce violence, but often choose not to act meaningfully?
So I would respond by saying, making it a question, do you think the system have the power to reduce violence? Because I don't know if they necessarily do. Because people got free will.
Come on.
And you said who said they do? Explain.
Explain, because they didn't want to let them more guns over here. They can stop them guns if they want to stop them.
Just like they can stop the drugs.
Yes.
They let some go and they let some come. You gotta watch that.
Okay. So,
They do.
Mayor, hear me out. They do have the power.
Yes, they do.
So, what was the second part of it?
Trying to kill population, that's what it is.
Do they have the power to reduce violence, but often choose not to?
So why do they choose not to?
Trying to eliminate some of the population.
It's a profit as well.
And not just that.
Profit.
It is profit. It's
The
profit.
main thing is that
It's
money.
issues for them to address, to like keep themselves, to make themselves sound like they're doing something in these positions, to get reelected, to keep their own comfortable lifestyles, when they're really not the ones like directly involved with it, especially in societies such as Paterson, Newark, Camden, these our hoods, like, yeah, and they strategically have done it, Dr. Moody. I watched it in our city. I know for a fact our old mayor, who's now in federal prison, but Torres, absolutely monopolized everything, especially for the Latino population in this city, and like literally segregated. And I didn't deal with that in the county jail, but I was in and out of prison. So like, and a lot of the black men were incarcerated. If you remember, the people who were from Paterson, if you had males in your family, they were in the county jail at certain times, and it kept them off the streets. So while they came in and did everything they did and monopolized the whole city, now it's way out of control. It's what we have now, and we do, and even the drugs. He said the guns, and drugs too, which you brought up. They absolutely do allow that. This is big business now, which is why like I love Tier 1 so much, because like we're about saving lives, and we're about like trying to introduce God into these societies and show people the hope and love that a lot of the people out there don't get. And it's a very serious issue that needs to be addressed. Our city hall's a joke. Our whole council needs to be restructured. I try to support everybody that posts things on social media.
So we want to point the finger at the politicians. How many folks voted?
I did.
No. Of course you did. But how many folks voted?
That's that part.
Come on.
Do y'all know the percentage of the votes that did not vote?
It's high.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
More folks did not vote than
those that
voted.
Yep.
So when we point that finger, there's three pointing back at me.
Yes.
Because
See, that is because last time they cheated. That's why I stopped voting. Remember, you forgot that one?
Okay. And they think that they could have cheated, that Trump could have cheated, but
You did.
that guy.
You got 67. You got 37 controllers, brother. Come on, man.
But when we don't show up to the ballots,
That part.
when we don't show up to the PTA meetings, when the school, we're letting them, telling them to raise our kids because we did not. When we don't go to the city hall meetings, well, we don't have that problem in Paterson because y'all go to those meetings. But you understand what I'm saying? That some of the problem is not the city officials,
Yes, it is.
it's our apathy.
No, it's not. It's the city too.
Yeah.
So explain.
This happened like 2 months ago. My daughter called me, asked me if I was still
Put that phone away.
asked me if I was still getting her some sneakers. I told her yeah. And she like, well, you gonna come and get me from school? Little girl, I don't got my car yet. It's gonna take me like an hour just to get out there, just to take school. You only get 2 blocks from the school. Come to find out, a little girl, she beat 2 of her friends up. So the brain leader was like, well, you beat me up, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna stab you and my family gonna pay for your funeral, all this other mess.
And how old are these people?
11. So then I told my daughter, give me the number, and I called her. So the little girl got on the phone. I said, put a parent on the phone, I want to talk to you. So she put her mother on the phone. The lady started speaking Spanish, so I don't know the phone like that. So I let her put somebody on the phone that's English. So she put the little girl back on the phone. I said, nah, because you're going to try to misinterpret it. No, put somebody else on the phone, bro. Put a man on the phone. Put your phone on the phone. The guy got on the phone. He started talking all this mess until I called the cops. I said, all right, call the cops and make sure you send this letter with it.
So now what is all that about?
They was jealous of my daughter.
And so what is that? Street violence or gang
It's
bullying?
street violence. But it's inside school though. They inside school with this.
And my question is, so bullying, which is violent,
Yes.
but we can't blame the city officials on that.
They didn't do nothing. When I went there, they pressed charges on me.
They
It
did.
goes to the
They
parents.
pressed charges on me for harassment.
They definitely did. I was there.
Man, come on, bro. That's what I'm doing.
So did you bring your A game, or
I took everything. They still didn't do nothing.
can I get
I was my lawyer with it.
You gonna let me ask my question? Did you bring your A game in there, or was you carrying on?
No, I was official because I knew what I was doing. I was everything
Okay.
right. I ain't going there no loud, none of that. I'm
Okay.
not that stupid, but
Okay.
afterwards I did. When I see I charged the person I'm in, then I ain't give a fuck no more.
And that's when they got you.
No, they got me before that. When I went
Easy.
Yes.
I'm not lying. When I went there,
Tell us what happened. Tell us your side.
Alright, see, what happened was,
Don't look over there either, Easy.
No, I'm
Look
not.
at the screen.
I'm not.
call your sister, tell your sister because I had a sister.
Look,
You
he
don't even know the
called
story.
me and my sister.
Y'all remember Tommy said he wanted to
Yeah.
talk, right?
Yeah.
Because I wanted him to be in there with Easy.
Coaching.
He had got the information dealing with his daughter, and he spoke to me and my sister about it. My sister told him what to do and how to do it. He went and did it, and he came back telling us that they was pressing charges on him.
Wow.
Though he did everything my sister said for him to do.
So let's give a hand for Tamir doing the right thing. And yes, sometimes the system sucks.
Absolutely.
I just want to add a little onto that, because when he came back and he told me that information about with his daughter, and when he came back dealing with that, I was like, look, what the father look like? We just ride up on him real quick, but I know that's not the right thing. But sometimes it is best
Because
to.
how many of y'all know when they bothered Easy's brother Ronald?
Yep.
Ronald went and beat that guy down.
Easy when we.
And I didn't feel comfortable with him
I was in
doing
the hospital.
that.
I done went with him.
But I understood it. And so it just brings to bear how we respond to street violence.
Yes.
And so in that situation, so how do you feel about that now, Easy, that you responded to that violence with violence? How do you feel about it? I'm talking to Easy.
I prayed about it when it happened.
I'm here over there good.
Yeah, I did, but I did pray on it. I prayed, and I want to say the reason why I prayed as it was happening, because I feel with my continence, my understanding with my God,
Yes.
if I don't speak to Him before I do anything that I know that is wrong, it might go further than what it ever needed to go.
Okay.
Because then it'll be in my control and not His. And I needed to trust my father and trust that I know that when the person or the individual who harmed my brother at the time, I was going to find him. He had to find him, and I did what I did. And yes, I did feel relief. Yes, I did feel a form of continence in myself, because when I got the call that my brother was all right, it was literally 5 minutes before I did what I did, because I could have walked away. But the other part of me was like, he got to get this.
Alright, thanks, Easy.
So question number 3.
Michelle got something.
I'm editing that. Okay, yes.
Yeah, now I just want to say something. The other day I was downtown and I was looking for something for a woman to say for church. And as I was searching, I turned around and I saw what I didn't want to see. And that was a young lady that took my son's life.
Wow.
I went to that register and I paid for my stuff. I had to wait for my brother, his father, to come from my father's house. So I didn't stand in front. I went across the street and I put my foot on the bench and I just stared in the store.
Wow.
Everything was running through my mind.
Wow.
Everything. Everything.
Like what?
Call somebody.
Let's handle
all
this.
type of stuff. That was in my mind, but my heart, I knew I couldn't. But everything was running through my mind.
And what was your son's name?
K-Sign.
And do y'all know K-Sign look just like Michelle?
Wait, what?
Pretty boy.
Short
He's a pretty boy.
He real.
He's 6 feet now, he's tall.
Oh.
Michelle
Tall
famous.
and
Like, you stretched out.
tall and slim. It's, just the thoughts that was going through my mind. Just like, my brother called me and said, hurry up, because this
Hurry up.
is here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was great. He wanted to go to McDonald's, give him a ticket series, but he knew that was over with.
Now, how do you encapture God and your spirituality with that kind of situation?
Doc, just like when she came home and she got busted with the phone and she was on a run and everybody was here, like, call, because I knew where she was at. I said, I'm not going to call. I put it in God's hand. And that's what I did. And they got her that week. A few days later, rather. And she went back and finished her time, which wasn't enough. 7 years black on black crime.
That's what they get everybody for a body now. When you get a man's for 7 years, that ain't nothing.
Take a life and you
When you get 7 years.
It hurt me to
Unless you
see
take
her
the trial.
walking around there shopping.
Yeah, we both
My child was gone.
Right.
You're walking around here with this guy. My child was not here.
Yeah.
You still living life. You're lifing right now.
She got a whole decade in your life.
And I just stood there with my leg on that bench. She probably was in the store looking at me, but I was staring in the store.
Wow.
I just stood there staring in the store, listening to I trust in God.
Amen.
I put it on.
Amen.
I put that on, and I turned it up, and I just leaned and stared in that store.
That was God keeping you.
Yeah, I put that song on because it just.
Humble.
Let's thank Michelle for sharing. That could be rough.
And I just want to say for the podcast and for the topic itself and for the viewers, it's okay to talk about it. It's best that you talk about it. It's best that you find someone that you can sit down and talk about what happened. And maybe even talk about what you may or may not want to do about the situation. Don't put no actions. I'm not saying for anyone to put any actions into their thoughts. Please don't. And that is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that it's okay to release. Because when you release, it shows that you care about yourself, kid!
I should